All right.
Okay, we got her.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's racing show is sponsored by Chad Rat Construction, also by uh, Dan Hemming Microsprint and Cage Kart Wings, and Brody Manning Motorsports. So tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, let's get these drivers in their cars. Let's get the fans in the stands because tonight we have with us returning guest, Mr. Hunter Hollywood Morgan. Welcome to the show, Hunter.
Thanks for having me on again.
So, Hunter, bring us up to speed. What's been going on in the off season for you, getting you ready to go racing this year?
Well, there's been a lot going on in the off season. We've decided to make the move to late models for this season. We're gonna go in for a hopefully a full-time year, and we also started up a racing school for new kids to get into racing in Bandoleros. So it's been an eventful off season. There's definitely been no break.
Been no break. Okay. So, have you tested in the late model yet?
Yeah, I've done two tests. Just I had my second one on Monday, and we were feeling pretty confident going into my first race on Saturday.
So, what do you think of getting in a late model and going out there running that thing?
Um, it's a whole lot different. It's really hard to explain just because there's so much going on and it's going, so fast. I mean, at Kingsport, I know there's other tracks, but at Kingsport especially, you really don't have time to reset because once you get on the straightaway, you're already in the next corner. So there's no time to reset, take a breath, nothing. You're just going.
Okay. So, what is your first race you're racing in on a late model?
We're going to Kingsport. It's about a 75 lap race, and right now our only goal is just to finish it.
Okay. So, one of the other big questions I got for you, Hunter, is okay, you're running a late model now. Do you have on your agenda running the Snowball Derby eventually?
I mean, it's one of those where if we have the time, the money, and hopefully I have the skill to run it, definitely. But it's going to be a hot minute before we can, get it together. Definitely my skill to be able to even attempt to make the field at the Snowball Derby.
Okay. So, who are you looking forward to racing against in the late model?
There's a lot of people. I think my biggest opponent I'm really looking forward to is probably my teammate Keith Hilton. I'm best friends with his son, so it's definitely going to be fun running with him.
Okay. So, Hunter, do you have any of the nervous butterflies going into the race this weekend, or?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've always had some nerves going into racing, but especially with going into late model with my first race, it's definitely went up a few notches.
Okay. So, what type of body do you have on the race car? Is that a Chevy body or Ford body, or?
We're running the newer Chevy body, so hopefully it's going to help out with aero, but we'll see.
We'll see. Okay, okay. So, does that mean you're a Chevy guy then, Hunter?
In the racing world, I'm a Chevy guy, yeah.
How about in the regular world? Are you a Ford guy?
Nah, I'm leaning towards Dodge.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So, Hunter, so who's been helping you make this move to the late models?
There's been a few. My sponsors have really helped out a lot with, just getting this move even started, let alone actually making it happen. I think my parents have, really helped this a lot because, well, they're the one who said, okay, you can do this, but, and also my new team, um, Chase Dixon Racing, they've really stepped up, welcomed me with open arms and allowed me to learn and do a lot of stuff at the shop that I usually wouldn't be able to.
So, okay, means you're crossing into late models. What have you learned crossing over into a late model?
There's so much I've learned on, just how to work on the cars differently, different racecraft, how to save tires, even for my few little runs I've had. It's just so much learning going into this.
So, how do you save tires in late model racing, Hunter?
There's some different ways I've heard, but what I've really been taught is run about 90% of what you actually can. And, with Kingsport, we don't run Hoosiers, we run Cobras, and they're built to last longer than the Hoosiers. But if you make them mad, it's worse than having worn out Hoosiers. So you really want to, not make them mad, but you still want to push.
So does Kingsport, okay, have you done any testing at Kingsport?
Yeah, both my tests have been in Kingsport just because it's so close to us.
Okay, so does Kings, okay, means you've been testing at Kingsport, does that track use up a lot of tire?
Not really. I mean, it's concrete and, it, more or less uses up the driver more than it does the tire because it's just such a physical track. You're always on the wheel and, there's no room for error at Kingsport.
Okay, so do you have a lot of room to pass at Kingsport, or is there not a lot of room to pass, or what are the passing, what are your passing zones on that track?
I mean, it's a pretty wide track. You can pass anywhere you can get a run, but some of the bigger places are entry and exit because the way the banking is at Kingsport is there's a lot of banking, a few lanes up, but at the bottom there's almost no banking. So
Okay,
if you can
Hunter,
get a
you froze
run
up there a
on,
second there.
oh, my back.
Just a second there, Hunter, you froze up.
All right. Tell me whenever I come back.
Hunter,
Yep, I'm here.
Hunter, was that was that your internet acting up on your side?
No, I didn't lose connection, so
Huh. Okay. Hopefully I didn't lose connection on this side either. Let me check something here. Okay. We're good. So Hunter, um so you said it doesn't use up a lot of track or anything like that. So um so you're looking forward to racing at Kingsport. Uh so how's the communication with you and your new crew going?
I feel like it's going pretty well. I mean, I've been in the shop for a month now, and I feel like because we're all racers. I mean, everyone who works on is racing, so we, kind of already understand each other, and it really just helps that communication barrier coming into late models.
Very cool. So Hunter, okay, so what's some of your goals going into the season?
My main goals are just to be able to finish races and stay on the lead lap. I mean, I'm not looking to win any races, but if we are in the situation to, we'll definitely try to. But we just want to get through this season without wrecking the car and, just making it through there with learning.
So you taking your car number over there, number five, or
Yeah, we're taking the number 5 over there. I mean, if I didn't be the first time I haven't ran my number, so.
okay, okay. So are you pretty much done with Bandolier racing then?
Not really. I mean, we still got my bando because I want to run some, just some of the bigger races like Charlotte, and, just kind of going out there and trophy hunting. And then, we with our racing school, Appalachian Academy of Speed. I mean, I'm still in the Vanda world because I'm helping the up and comers into the sport. So I've got to kind of keep a foot in there.
Okay, okay. So what have you taught some of the kids coming into Bandolier racing?
Just really giving them a chance to get into a car that's, not outrageous and see if they actually like racing before they go dump 10 grand into a car. So, I mean, we've had a few drivers. I know one of them is Kinsley Tatum out of Atlanta. I mean, she came up for 3 days and we were able to, get about a second out of her at both tracks that we ran.
Okay. So who's your new crew chief over on your late model side there, Hunter?
Probably Chase Dixon. I mean, he's been really helping me out a lot with it. So, I've been really, going to him for what to do on the car, how to do it, and, really just, asking him what do I need to do, how do I need to do it, and when do I need to do it.
So have you, okay, being you're over in late models now, are you starting to understand the whole chassis? I'm going to put it this way. The chassis changes to the chassis when you're going out there to race. Like take a wedge in here, wedge out there.
I understand the basics of it. I don't really know, what to do, when to do it, but Chase is and the whole crew at Chase Dixon Racing has really been, helping teach me this and allowing me to learn this.
Okay, okay. So good luck to you this season, Hunter. So have you picked up any new sponsors at all this year?
Not really. I mean, we haven't really been able to go out there, but we've still got, all of our returning sponsors and a few new ones we picked up throughout this season, like Quality Heating and Air, the Zerati Shop, and Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, okay, okay. So okay, you're racing at Kingsport. Is there any other tracks you're looking forward to racing in your life?
Really looking forward to going to Lonesome Pine later in the year, and then if we, feel like I'm up for the challenge, maybe Hickory or Tri County.
Okay, okay, okay. So being you're gonna be running late models, have you run into any NASCAR drivers while you're out there testing, like Jeremy Mayfield or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, we've just been doing private tests at Kingsport, just allowing me to get my feet wet in late model racing, and allowing me to understand the car.
Okay, okay, okay. So Hunter, like we always do, I'm gonna toss the mic over to you. If you have any new questions for me, you can ask them to me if you'd like.
Um, Probably my biggest question is, have you ever had the opportunity to get behind the wheel of a race car?
No, I actually have not.
And I mean that's all I really got for you right now, but if I think of any, I'll
I'll tell
probably
you,
text them to you.
I'll tell you what I'll tell you what I'd like to see, Hunter. I would love to see you, talk about race car while you're getting into late models. I would love to see you strap in and do an either dirt stock or a dirt late model and see how you like that.
I definitely want to get behind the wheel of a dirt car. I mean, dirt I've always, liked watching, even running it on iRace, and it's just such a different world and such a different beast to tackle compared to asphalt
And
racing.
and I'll tell you what, Hunter, I would love to see you tackle the big challenge with dirt stock car racing. It's the Boone Super Nationals. That's a 7 day race, and you've got to be on your game for 7 days.
That sounds like a lot of racing and a lot of fun. I mean, if I can
Oh
even get
yes.
behind the wheel of a dirt car, it'd be amazing, let alone run a race.
Okay. So Hunter, do you have a racing page that the racing fans can follow you on?
Yeah, we've got Hunter Morgan Racing. It's my personal page, and then we've got Appalachian Academy of Speed for our driving school. We'll be, trying to post on there more and try and get the new ones into racing.
Okay. So go hit up Hunter Morgan Racing on Facebook and Appalachian Speed. You said
Appalachian Academy of Speed.
Appalachian Academy Speed. Definitely go hit those two pages up because they'd appreciate the follows, the fans, the whole ball of wax, and it helps get kids behind the wheel. Also, at Appalachian Academy of Speed. So, Hunter, thank you for being on the show with me tonight. Again, giving me an update. Towards the mid point of your season, I'd like to have you back on here again. Kind of give us what's the lowdown of, what your season's been like.
That sounds like a plan. I mean, it's an honor being back on your show. I mean, I didn't think I'd be back here on the second time, and even a third time. It's a lot of fun being on here.
Thank you very much, Hunter. But you have a good night. I'll have you step out, Hunter, and I will try a little bit to thank you in person. Okay?
All right, thank you for having me on.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Hunter Morgan, getting racing vandals, but he's also racing a pavement late model this year also. But racing wise, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what's happened in the racing world because this weekend World of Outlaws are in Oklahoma and I believe Arkansas this weekend. So good luck to the sprint cars in the High Limit Series and the World of Outlaws Series. So we'll see where that goes, ladies and gentlemen. Also, ladies and gentlemen, racing season otherwise is fast approaching around here. A lot of guys are getting ready to go. Racing, also, our thoughts and continued thoughts and prayers go out to Dolan Murdy and his racing team. Dolan had a heck of a wild ride last weekend. Definitely, he's lucky to only come out with bumps and bruises, but man, that was a wild ride. His car is pretty much totaled, but hopefully we can see Dolan back behind the wheel rather soon. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to be on our racing show or sponsor our racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712-209-7138, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Catch you later on another episode of the Joshua and Oliver Us Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube.